Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. And today we have Expedition Everest. No, it's not the ride at Disney World. This is an actual National Geographic documentary. This is from 2020. It's 45 minutes long, and it tells basically it's a documentary, so it's not like a story, but there's a number of different tracks that you follow, different people you follow, and their goal is, just to get up there, just to climb it, just because it's there. It's not there to fulfill some sort of midlife crisis or uh, tourism, because honestly, there's so much compared to years ago when people would climb that mountain and die needlessly. Now there's so many Sherpas being hired to take CEOs and whoever else with a need to prove something up to the top of that mountain, or as far as they can go. It's it's gotten to the point where it's a little bit safer for those. At least some paths are taken to make it a little bit safer for people who just want to check that off their bucket list. But there's people up there also who are not just there for personal glory, they're there to learn things. And this is that story. There's a number of different people featured in this documentary that one of which is to get the weather station installed up at one point just around the death zone kind of area, the highest in the world, and to be able to understand and track weather and see how things happen that far up in the world, up that high in the sky. There's others that are literally up there to dig and get samples for like mud, which can tell them how the sediment and how the earth has changed over thousands of years in many cases. It involves, taking a little boat out into the water in a place that is, one, freezing, and by the way, this lake is just pure blue, just gorgeousness, and it's a lake on top of a mountain, not one of the highest mountain in the world. And they basically punch into the earth, into the mud, softer, and they're able to bring back a sample to their lab and be able to analyze it and determine how things have changed over the centuries, and determine if there is a warming. It's client science, client climate science. That's part of the explanation. All this is to get a better understanding of the planet, how it is changing, and how we may be affecting it, and how we can stop from harming it. I know there's a bit of controversy about that kind of thing, but I can't imagine why that would be a problem to make the earth livable. Just doing whatever we can to research things so that the earth is livable for centuries more, eons more. Wouldn't that be amazing? Just saying. So yeah, as they're going up there, of course, they're beyond trying to stand in line with all the other people climbing the mountain. They take their own path as well, getting all the training, putting on all the right gear, and hauling up basically a weather station that will sit on top of, not the tippy top of the mountain, because that's just aesthetically not a good look, but it's in a place where it can definitely bring back lots of data. And I'm sure there might even be a way, unless it's not an American thing, so it shouldn't have been torn down by now. You might be able to find something online that will tell you what the weather is on top of Mount Everest, and that's because of the work these people did. And so yeah, you can. This kind of thing is fascinating to me because it's not just about the rigors that you go through in order to accomplish this goal. It's not an easy thing. I'm not disparaging anybody who tries it, because it's a whole lot more grit than I'll admit I've got, and also I just have no desire to climb a giant mountain. Just nothing to it. But if that's your thing, go for it. But if you want to just also watch it on Disney Plus and to see what is being done on top of this mountain that can possibly change the world, not just your own world, but the world for the better, not for the worst, like we're just usually so good at doing. So yeah, it's not going to be something that you're going to find any kind of dramatic surprises in, but I think it's a good learning experience to understand what is out there. That, hey, you know what? If you ever have the urge to climb Mount Everest, would it be neat if maybe somebody paid for that? Like, it's your job. You can go to the top of the mountain, maybe put up another weather station, or repair that one, or just take samples of the soil and the water and the creatures that live. There are creatures that live at that elevation that don't live where we live. And those people are also featured in this. So, unfortunately, IMDb doesn't give me a list of those names because they're not celebrities. And they didn't create an IMDb profile, so their names aren't in this so easily, and at least not easily found. So yeah, definitely check it out if you're into these kind of adventure type of documentaries, taking people places most of us have never been and will never go. And hopefully through their work, our lives and for generations later will be made better. So let's pick tomorrow's episode. Just like me doing these videos, making the world better. And that's all, 42. The meaning of life right there. That's why I do it. Just to make these videos to make the world better. Okay, we got another documentary. Just so you're aware, there are a lot of documentaries remaining. I've watched a lot of documentaries, more than I'd ever thought, on Disney Plus. And there are a lot more of documentaries than anything else on Disney Plus. That list will be reset in a few days when April starts, and we'll have a whole new list of new things to add, and I'll scrape away the old stuff, but that's for another few days yet. We're going to be watching Built for Mars, the Perseverance rover. So this is a different type of documentary. It's not nature, it's science, it's engineering, it's how do you build something that's going to exist for who knows how long on another planet. Yeah. Completely other. It's something, understand how absurd that is. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. Yeah, let me bring that up again. Built for Mars, the Perseverance rover is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.